Hey guys, what's up? Today is day 3 of my videos on the coronavirus. I'm breathless because we've been playing soccer with Guoguo, Toi Toi's son. We've been locked up in the house for about 2.5 days. So we thought it'd be good to get out, get some fresh air. Let me show you where I'm at, give you a little idea of the surroundings. So, you know, that's strange. I just thought of this. That building looks like a church. I'll have to check that out, see if it's actually a church. They do have churches in China, by the way. And just on the other side of that mountain is the main part of Chongqing. It's where I used to live. So you just actually go up this highway, go in a 3 or 4 mile tunnel, and then you're out on the other side of Nanping. The area that we're in is Chaiyuan. You know, in one of the videos I said I was in relatively good shape. I stressed the word relative. But we're out and about. Make a little clarification on my videos because somebody pointed this out. I've been titling my coronavirus videos day 1, day 2, day 3, and they said, you know, you're wrong about the time, that it's actually happened 8 weeks ago, which he's right. I've just titled the videos day 1, day 2, day 3, the days that I'm actually making videos about it and just sharing my experience and documenting it. So that's what that's about. So it happened about 8 weeks ago. Today is January 26th. So far, my friend Mikkel Larson, who works with chongqing, it's a government media organization, and the updated numbers are, and I just got this from him probably about 30 minutes ago, is 2,018 confirmed cases, 2,600 suspected cases, and so far there's been 57 deaths. In Chongqing, that's nationwide. In Chongqing, there are 75 confirmed cases, but no deaths. And the main case, well, not the main cases, but 10 of the cases in Chongqing are in the downtown area. So that's an update so far as to how it's spread. And it's gone to France, Thailand, one in the United States. And it's spreading. Relatively aggressive in how it spreads. I just want to talk about a couple things that, you know, I do know how much information you guys are getting over there in the West from the different news organizations, but I'll tell you over here, you know, they're somewhat limited as their outlets they can go to. And what I'm seeing is a lot of the Chinese citizens are going to the social platforms like WeChat, which is basically the Facebook of China, and getting their information from there, which, you know, as I said yesterday in day 2, we talked about a little bit of the panic that's been created with this and how some grocery stores, I don't know how many, but I know some grocery stores in Chongqing have been cleaned out of some of their food. We went to the grocery store yesterday, we filmed that, and it was fine. There was plenty of food there. So it's probably just a local thing, or it's probably just like in a specific area, maybe a higher concentration of people. Here where we're at is a newer area, very newly developed. A lot of the apartments here this is our apartment complex that I'm walking around in. A lot of these apartments are unsold. The building next door, or the apartment next door, there's hardly anybody living there. So fewer people here. Right now there's not a whole lot of people out. The people that are out, I've seen a few wearing masks. Obviously I'm not wearing a mask. Feel safe here. If I were to step outside of the community, I'd probably put on my face mask if I were to enter a store, a grocery store, or a restaurant. And I might even be prompted based on the number of people that are wearing it. But everybody thinks everything's going to hell in a handbasket here in China. In a lot of areas it's not. Wuhan, I'm sure it's, you know, people are very scared because the city's on lockdown. Trains have been shut down. You can't drive. You can't go and be dropped off there. Transportation has been shut down. They've allotted so many taxis to drive people around. I hear some of the taxis are refusing to take people to the hospital or pick them up from the hospital because they themselves are afraid to do that. When I was talking about Wuhan and how they've shut off all transportation going in there, I'm not talking about distribution of food supplies, of things of that nature. I'm talking specifically about travel going in and out. Toi Toi actually went to Shanghai Disneyland, which is now closed. I think it closed the day after she left. She took the high-speed train from Shanghai, and it went through Wuhan and then Chongqing, which I think it's about 5 hours. Don't quote me on that. I think it's about 5 hours. But when they drove through Wuhan, nobody could disembark off the train, but she took a picture, and it was, I mean, a ghost town in the train station. There wasn't one person walking around, no security walking around, nothing. So that city has definitely been shut down. The other thing I want to mention, and I actually talked about this on a video, our YouTube video chat that I was part of, Let's Be Frank, with a guy named Frank and another guy named Alex from Reporterfy Media. We talked about the hospitals. They started building a field hospital in Wuhan, and that field hospital is going to hold about 1,000 people. A lot of people are saying it's a brick and mortar place and how it would be impossible to actually build something so quickly. It's not brick and mortar. It's a field hospital, and they're actually building a second one. Just got wind of that yesterday. Probably hold about 2,000 people. And the reason that they did this, my friend Mikhail Larson, who works with chongqing, was talking about the hospitals there in Wuhan, or pretty much any of the hospitals that you in the United States or China have limited rooms for epidemic situations like this. I don't know what the number is. I would say they probably have 5 to 15 different rooms. Shema? Oh, she's telling me not to. She's throwing away trash. So, which is kind of weird. I guess she was warning us, and people are afraid of refuse and trash. So, which is probably good. So you can see right there, people are being respectful of other people. So back to the hospitals, I would assume they have anywhere from 5 to 15, depending on the size of the hospital, special units that take care of this, where they can segregate these patients away from the other patients. So the hospitals in Wuhan have run out. That's why they're building these 2 hospitals. Anything else outside of that, expounding on outside of that, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to go into, there's a video out there of a lady. She's in a hazmat suit, and I think she's a nurse from one of the hospitals. And as a side note, we can't confirm this. We haven't been able to validate this information and validate this video. But she's saying in this video there's over 90,000 cases of people being infected. Again, I don't want to hype anything. I don't want to fearmonger. But, there's this video that's floating out there on YouTube. I had a friend send me they translated the video, or transcribed it, I guess, from voice to text. It sounds like she was very serious about what was happening in Wuhan. Again, I don't know if this is true or not. We can't validate it in any way right now at this point. But what's happening is people are taking these videos, this information, in China, outside of China, not really doing the research and not really kind of restraining themselves as far as, distributing the information. They themselves not validating the information or the video, and they're creating a scare. And that's why you're seeing some stores being cleaned out and people being worried. I can't remember if I mentioned this in my video when we were at the grocery store, but while we were at the grocery store, there was a lady that came up to Cui and I. She was very distraught. She was looking at us like she wanted to say something, and eventually she walked up to us, and she saw that we had quite a bit of groceries in the basket, and she started speaking in Chinese, and I didn't understand her, and I waved Cui over. Cui came over, and she talked for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then Cui looks at me and she says she's very worried. She's telling us we need to buy more groceries, buy more food, buy more water, and be prepared because it's really bad in Chongqing. And she was one of those individuals that's getting her information off of the social platforms. Again, I don't know how much of this information is true, and this happens all the time, whether it's a hurricane in the United States or it's an earthquake where a whole city is shut down, a whole area is shut down. Rumors, they spread like wildfire, and people react to it, and it causes additional problems. And these videos that I'm doing, I don't want to fearmonger. I want to kind of give a balanced, I hate sounding like Fox News. I don't like the media at all. I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. I don't like them at all. But I want to give you what I'm hearing, and always tell you, if I've got some, who it comes from, a source that it comes from, I'll tell you, quote it. So that I'm just not trying to blow stuff out of proportion. So again, I'm trying to just share information with you, what I'm getting and what I'm hearing, and emotionally how I'm feeling, keeping my emotions in check. Again, not doing any fear mongering. but just translating this information to you guys so you can get an idea of what I'm experiencing. I will wrap it up with this. Continued prayers for me, Toy Toy, and the family here. Most importantly, continued prayers for those who are sick, the families that have had a relative die, and pray for the doctors. I mean, the doctors in Wuhan, I cannot even imagine the workload that they are trying to deal with, and the hours that they're dealing with, and probably the fear themselves of them catching it. So just keep everyone in your prayers. I encourage you guys, make any comments, any information, any links that you find, feel free to post them as long as they're appropriate, and no trolling, no badgering anybody. This is just a place where I hope people can come, get information, and feel okay to share their thoughts, their experience, even other expats' experience on what they're seeing. Because I think the more we can be unified in the information that we're giving to you, people outside of this country, this wonderful country, are going to be more educated as to what's going on, and maybe not so emotional and tied into all this, I don't know, I use this term several times, all this fear mongering. But guys, again, thank you for your comments. Thank you for, just being there for us. I mean, it's a little stressful, but knowing you guys are there in the comments and the nice encouragement emails that we're getting has been an encouragement to me. And Toy Toy, I mean, I share all the messages with her, and she's very thankful and very grateful. And I will tell you what's happening, I think, through these videos is, on a grassroots level, I'm hoping to bring these countries closer together. I mean, there's been so much division, in the upper political levels, the leadership levels. What I want to do is show, these people are just like you and I, and they're experiencing something that is very tragic, very scary, and I hope these videos will connect us, at least at the grassroots level, to the Chinese people, and this will connect them to you. So guys, thanks again. Sorry I've been babbling, but I haven't been outside for 2.5 days, so it's nice. We actually got blue skies. You don't see blue skies here in Chongqing, so it's nice and refreshing. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Guys, take care, and we'll see you on the next upload. Take care.